I'm pretty sure this is the chair that Frank Gehry was sitting in when he flipped the bird into the pole.
No, I think he was sitting in some really uncomfortable, task chair, and that's probably why he flipped him off.
It was one of those stools we had in school, right? At the draft.
It's uncomfortable! Of course I'm going to be grumpy and ornery.
That, my friends, was Cormac's impression of Frank Gehry.
I forgot my Canadian accent. Damn it. Let me do that over again.
We apologize to every Canadian who's listening to this podcast. Welcome to the Archispeak podcast, the podcast for architects by architects, where we discuss all things about architecture. I'm Neil Pan. Each episode, Evan Troxel, Cormac Phelan, and me invite you in on the conversation as we talk about everything in the profession, both the good and the bad. Maybe you're considering a career in architecture, you're still in school, or you've been around the block more times than you'd like to admit. Join us in the studio as we gather around the water cooler and talk about this profession we call architecture. It's time for some Archispeak.
I died in South Africa, all the outline, my body in Tiffany blue. When I died, I drove right in and swam with the dolphins and Lisa Frank and you.
Welcome to episode 49 of the Archispeak podcast. I'm Neil Pan.
I'm Evan Troxel.
And I'm Cormac Phelan.
And this episode is sponsored by Wall Protects, and we're welcoming a new sponsor, ArcCat. And we're going to talk more about them later in the show. And also, I wanted to mention that if you'd like, you can become a friend of the show. Just go to archispeakpodcast.com/donate. And if you donate at least $5, you'll get to hear your name as part of the show. So for this episode, being 49, it's also the holiday season. So we're going to do something we did last year. This is going to be actually kind of part 2 of gifts for architects, or our favorite things. So I think we're just going to jump right in. And who wants to go first? We got a list of things, so let's go through that.
Since it's that time of year, let's go with a little bit of time-telling devices. I've been following this company for a long time. Well, not say a long time because it hasn't been around for a long time, but been following them since they've been around, and it's the Shinola Watch Company. Shinola is actually a company that offers leather goods, bicycles, and watches, and they're from Detroit, a new startup company in Detroit that does some absolutely beautiful artisan work. And I've kind of tagged one that I've been watching. Of course, it's got black.
I get it.
Wow, we're a little slow here tonight.
Quick like that.
Damn it, you got me off. Anyway, it's called the Runwell, and it's it's really awesome black and orange, and of course, with orange.
Those two colors go well together, don't they?
They do, and being a big fan of the orange, I
see
really
lightning
like
bolts on this too. There's a really cool watch.
Yeah, there's some fantastic watches. I mean, you should really check the Shinola company out. I mean, they do some really fantastic things. Everything's handcrafted. They use, they've been actually branching out and becoming I know that they're actually starting to sell in major department stores and things like that, but they've got a fantastic shop. If anybody's ever in downtown Detroit, you should check them out because they've got just a fantastic space, fantastic shop. You can watch, the stuff being built right there in front of you. It's some fantastic work.
They don't have a bicycle for 3, I've noticed. They've only got the bicycle for 2. Oh, they have a copper bike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got some beautiful bikes. I've got...
I was just thinking for us, the Archispeak crew, we needed a...
You know what, though?
Bike.
I bet if we can, maybe get them get them to sponsor the show, or maybe we can convince them to build a really
triple.
Cool... Exactly, build us a triple.
That'd be sweet.
And it would be awesome is if we could ride it on to the stage at, say, the next AIA convention.
Yes. awesome.
All right, let's get right on that.
So
Hey,
what's on your watch list, Neil?
I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
What you got?
What is it about watch companies and the crowns always being on the right-hand side? It just doesn't work for left-handers.
Well, yes. But the thing about it is, Neil, I'm one of those unusual left-handed people who actually wear my watch on my left hand.
Man, you're weird.
My dad did it, so I just, when I started wearing watches, I saw that my dad, who was a left-handy, also wore his, he wore his watch on his left hand, and I just followed suit. And it's basically because they built them for most people were right-handed, or they built for the right-handed world.
I realize that, but just saying.
I know. And really, it doesn't work because once you put
Neil's
it on your...
waiting for that Apple Watch anyway. You can just flip it over.
That's true. You can.
Unless somebody sneaks in and turns on the... so it doesn't rotate.
Right.
Dang it, what's wrong?
Exactly.
Just get a pocket watch instead.
So anyway, back to my pun. What's on your watch list?
You asking me, or I think Evan should go next?
Whoever.
All right, I'm going to go. I'll talk about the Architect's wallet. So I'm going to talk about stuff that I actually have bought. So nobody has to worry about getting me anything. None of these are on my wish list.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I know you were all thinking that. So the first thing is the Architect's wallet, and it's by a company called Form Function Form. And we'll have all the links to all these, by the way, in the show notes. If you go to our website, just about any page, you can sign up for the show notes on the right-hand side. Or if you go to the episode page, you'll see all the links there as well. But the Architect's wallet, I've been using this for, 6 or 9 months or something like that now. And it's a very simple wallet, but the cool thing about this is two things that kind of make it more of the Architect's wallet. Number one, it includes, every wallet that you purchase through them includes a Fisher Space Pen, which is kind of a cool little half-size nitrogen-filled ink pen. It was like the first pen developed that it could write underwater, it could write in space, it could do all these cool things because it's a nitrogen-filled cartridge. And the ink is waterproof. And so you can get a chrome pen or you can get a black pen. And then, so it has this custom little pocket that pen slides into, and it holds in there really well. And then it's just a very simple pouch with a little like oval capsule shaped cut on one side, so you could like have your driver's license sitting in there. You could slide it out really easily. With a nice stitch, and there's all these different colors of leather. But kind of the cool thing that this thing comes with, in addition to the pen, is a little tiny moleskin notebook. It actually comes with 2 of them, so that you don't have to buy a refill right away. And so you kind of always have this ability to have, you can always sketch, if you need to write something down or sketch something up real quick, as most of us do. You pull it out of your pocket and it's ready to go.
Well, that's a really cool gift. And if you check out their website, they
also sell watches.
Yes, they do, actually.
Cool.
They have it, some photographs of it paired up with an iPhone 4. And so you can kind of get a feel for the size of it in comparison to, say, an iPhone 4. So you can kind of get a rough idea. There's some good photos of that. So excellent.
Yep.
I was going to ask you about the pen, though. I mean, because I always carry my wallet in my back pocket. So I was just kind of worried about the pen in my back pocket.
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to mention something kind of in book form, actually. And this is somebody we know on Twitter, actually. So Laura Thomas does these incredible watercolors of her travels throughout the United States, through Italy, in Asia. And she does these just amazing watercolors that she posts. Typically I'll see them on Twitter, and I'm always just like, wow, that's really great. And so she has actually created a couple of books of these watercolors. And I know she also has some postcards too. I'm not sure they're available on her website right now, but if you're interested, I know she has them. So you should contact her, and we'll have her site in the show notes. But it's just really cool, and she just recently published these 2 books, and so I encourage you to go check out her website, and because I think it'd be a really neat gift for an architect to have this nice, real nice collection of watercolors from all around the world. So very cool stuff.
Very cool. Yeah, I've seen her stuff before too, and I think she just showed up today. I think we got a mention on Twitter, and it included these Archimom posts.
Yes.
Which is kind of a follow-up to the Missing 32% episode on equity by design, and she was one of the blog posts on there as well. So definitely worth checking out and kind of getting to know some of the people who are connected with the Missing 32% stuff that's going on.
So that's my first one.
All right, Cormac, you're up.
Well, since we're talking about the Architect's Wallet, and both of you've got the iPhone 6, and one of these days I want to be one too. but Moleskin's got a fantastic, cool notebook for the iPhone 6 case, which does come with the notebook, holds your iPhone 6, and also has slots and stuff for if you want to carry credit cards and all that other stuff. Doesn't come with the cool, I'm looking at the Form Function Form website. It doesn't come with the cool space pen, but you can get your little Moleskin square pen, or but it comes with the little small pad, just like the Form Function Form wallet, but it also holds your iPhone 6 in it as well. You don't have to take the phone out to do photographs and stuff like that. It's got the slot for the photograph, for the camera. So, but I saw it. I follow a website called Fab that has some really good modern products and stuff on it, and I saw it come up the other day, and I was like, oh, if I get an iPhone 6, I want to get one of those.
Nice. Very architectural.
Very.
Yeah, I think something we should probably note here is that, these are all cool things, but I mean, really, these are it's really hard to shop for architects, right? I think. I mean, I'm just thinking about people who I work with. My wife says it
all the time.
And I'm thinking, I do. And I'm thinking about people I work with. What the heck? And so I'm totally taking notes here, because there's going to be a few people that I'm going to have to find some stuff for.
Don't worry, Evan. I'll have it all in the show notes for you.
Thanks.
Well, we've got to get a... normally we do the Secret Santa for the office and stuff, but this year we're going to do something different. We're going to do the white elephant gift.
I don't think these go for that. Well, you got to find something super tacky, man.
Not that, but you have something on your list that I think I might just go for.
Oh, cool. All right, I'm going next here.
Go for it.
The Lego Architecture Studio playset.
And that's not the one.
All right. So this thing is really cool. It's to me, this is the Lego set that you buy to put on your desk at the office, and when people come over to talk to you, everybody can mess with it. And it's basically a Lego set that has it's all white or clear blocks, and I've seen a few people posting pictures of these on Instagram. I think the guys at Build LLC have it, and a bunch of us have the different Lego architecture sets. I've got the Sydney Opera House at work sitting on my desk, and some other people have Empire State Building or Falling Water, or
I've got the John Hancock.
Got the John Hancock, and then there's a bunch of them, right? But this one's cool because this is more of in the way that we grew up with Legos, which was it's a set of different blocks, and you kind of just build whatever you want out of it. I think it's kind of you could actually use this to explore different design ideas, and it could be something that's fun but also useful. It's not like you're building a specific kit with it. So yeah, white and transparent Lego bricks. It does have a 272-page guidebook that was made in collaboration with a bunch of architects.
Well,
so it's got
clearly
Rex.
not
You look at this thing. I mean, like some of the more complicated sets my son has gotten over the last couple of years might have about 800 or 900 pieces in it. And that takes him about, I don't know, 4 to 5 hours. I mean, he's getting faster at it, but I mean, it's hours,
1,200
right?
pieces in
this one's got over 1,200 pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to town.
Yeah.
You can build a town.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Definitely architectural. I mean, this is to me the kind of the coolest architecture set they've come out with. It's not like I said, it's not a specific set. It's more of you could use this for conceptual modeling.
You could.
Keep it analog.
Wow. This is really cool. I hadn't seen this before.
Yeah. So Legos for architects.
Excellent. Oh, I like that
Which is probably how we all got started.
Yeah, totally.
I still have a box of Legos. My mom kept them all these years. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Box, we got a tote. Actually, I think we've got like 2 totes worth of
Things
Legos.
are worth some money.
I don't know about
They're
that.
also probably one of the
they
most
cost a lot.
dangerous toys.
yeah, for small kids, yeah, for
For
sure.
adults to step on in the middle of the night.
And that too.
I was going with the adults to step on at night. You ever get stabbed with those?
Oh man,
Absolutely.
Dying.
Absolutely. In fact, I just recently saw, this probably won't be in the show notes unless I find it, but somebody had showed me a kind of have the coals, all the coals all set up, and you had to kind of walk across them, kind of this feat of strength sort of thing. And I saw the same thing set up, and it was
Legos.
all full of Legos. And it was like, can you do the Lego challenge here and
awesome.
walk across these things? I don't know how long it was, but yeah, it was pretty funny.
Am I allowed to add my own colorful metaphors while doing it?
That's probably up to you and the people around you at the time.
Is it an HR-free zone?
And try to do it without waking your children up.
And falling against the wall as you do it. Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go a little bit more traditional on this next pick here, just because I recently ordered some of this same stuff. But it could make for an excellent gift. Although for Cormac, for you, it would probably be something that you'd have to go back and look at our list from last year to make sure you got the right pens. But I think supplies like trace paper and pens. For instance, I'll have links in the show notes for my 2 favorite pens, which is the Pentel Sign Pen
Yes.
and the
Got 2
stylus,
boxes of them.
the stylus marker, which tend to be kind of hard to find actually. But and then just the basic trace paper.
You can never have enough of this stuff.
Yes, exactly. I bought
Great stocking stuffers.
boxes of each one of these, and I think they would make great gifts for any architect. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I complain a little bit about your gift for just a second?
Sure.
By all means. Yes.
I threw your
I used
watch
to-
under the bus, so okay.
I used to purchase the stylus marker
Yeah.
pen, and they dry out too quickly.
Yeah, seriously.
Get
Get the razor point too.
That's why I actually just I honestly I live and love by the old the Micron. I mean, it's all I draw with is Microns. Micron, the paintbrush pen, and also just the regular fine point pigment markers or pigment pens.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to trying a different pen. These were 2 pens that, like, one of the offices I first started in, that's what they had like boatloads of.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what I've stuck with ever since.
No.
No,
This is what you walked out with.
I was going to say, he stole a couple boxes worth, now that he's almost at the end of his boxes.
Wait a minute. Go rewind about a minute or so, and what did I just say? I said I just bought these for myself.
Mm-hmm. Because you ran out of the ones that you stole from the office.
I haven't worked in that office in over a decade, so...
Don't think that I don't have the same amount of red pens and everything else from the office.
Oh, I should have mentioned the red pencil too. That's not in my link, but red pencils are always good too.
It's this year's holiday bonus is a box of pens. All right, let's take a minute away from the show to talk about the first sponsor this week, who is Wall Protects. Once again, they're back with another sponsorship for Archispeak, and we really appreciate it. And what we would love everyone to do is to head on over to Wall Protects, that is wallprotects with an X at the end of it, .com, where you can see their commercial wall protection products. If you're doing any kind of commercial project where you need high-end wall protection that is innovative, customizable, and durable, so if you're doing healthcare projects, if you're doing school projects, if you're doing civic work, anything where you need durable stuff against the walls, definitely check them out. They've got a team of dedicated in-house engineers and manufacturers, and not to mention over 70 customizable colors and styles to make your visions a reality. So we would love it if you would go over to wallprotects.com. Again, that's wallprotects with an X, and check out what they've got to offer, and let them know that you heard about them on Archispeak. We would appreciate that very much. Thanks, Wall Protects, for sponsoring Archispeak. And now, back to the show.
Can I take mine in a carmine red?
Yes,
absolutely.
Pencils?
That is the only red. That is the only red pencil, right?
That's right. All right, Cormac, you're up.
Man, I was hoping Neil would.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go out of order.
I know. I'm gonna have to.
Oh. Well, you can. I'll do that one next. Then you'll have to do your other one.
I'm going to. I'm going to skip all the way to the bottom of the list, and this is one that's purely selfish for me, and that is Batman, the complete television series. And we were talking about the 1966 Frank Dozier Batman series.
Holy DVD Batman!
Exactly.
Holy Blu-ray Batman.
That's right.
You said it, boy, I wonder. But they've completely digitally remastered them. Neil had actually mentioned kind of in a pre-show text that, hey, did you listen to Fat Man on Batman? The last episode they were talking about, they had Burt Ward on there, who is, as everybody knows, the Boy Wonder. And if you don't know, he's the Boy Wonder. And anyway, he was talking about the new DVD set that's coming out, or the Blu-ray set. Let me clarify that, because totally remastered it. The IFC's actually been playing every Saturday morning. IFC's got the old series on there, and my daughter and I have been sitting around watching, like 3 or 4 episodes. They're only like 20 minutes long, but that was how I was introduced to Batman. I mean, that's how most people my age know of Batman first, was through the good old 1966 reruns. I think Neil might have watched them.
Hey.
In his mid-30s, but whatever.
Wow.
And you get the bonus Hot Wheels replica Batmobile when you buy the Blu-ray set. That's when Evan sneaks in the sound effects there.
Yes.
Well, I hate to say it, but as the Batman nerd I am, my ringtone is sadly.
Wow.
It is the Batman.
Hey, we don't have copyright on that. You can't.
Yeah, we'll have
can't
to cut
play
that
that
out. So.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely take that out.
We'll
No, we won't. I think a snippet is okay.
We'll have Neil hum it.
You already did. This is really cool, guys. I grew up watching. I didn't grow up watching it. I mean, I did grow up watching it, but not first run. But in reruns, this was a lot of fun to watch, and I've kind of not been that interested in seeing it again. But after listening to that podcast, Fat Man on Batman, which I'm not going to include in the links because it's definitely not safe for work. Although that episode really kind of is.
The links are safe for work.
The links are
for
safe.
Airbud.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I'll
show
put
notes are safe for work. Let's say it that way.
Yes, there we go.
The links may not be.
But it's just really cool, and it is available on DVD, and Blu-ray. And they went through and they redid all the graphics. If you remember the BAM and the POW and all that stuff, they redid all of those in addition to remastering the sound and the video. It's just amazing. So I'm actually thinking maybe this would be a fun birthday gift for me, or Christmas gift for me too. Like
same difference.
I like that. That's a good one.
All right, are we ready for my next completely inappropriate one that Cormac is going to buy for his White Elephant gift party?
Yes.
All right, so I bought this one for somebody last year, and I have gotten to play it with somebody else this year when we went over to a dinner party, and it is completely inappropriate. It is Cards Against Humanity.
But so much fun.
Yeah, it's called, the tagline is A Party Game for Horrible People. And 5 stars on Amazon, 14,514 customer reviews. And I love the description here. There's 550 cards. There are over 13 duodecillion possible rounds with 6 players. That is 10 to the 40th power. It is professionally printed on premium playing cards, includes game rules and alternate rules, shrink-wrapped in a custom box, and 0% of the proceeds will be donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
So it is a game that is rated 17 and up, and it is as despicable and awkward as you and your friends, is what they say. It's really inappropriate. It's really funny to play, and highly recommended.
And even better when, say, you might have been drinking a little bit.
It's set in Helvetica. It's black and white. I mean, this is made for architects, people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I agree with what you just said there.
And you can't beat the interesting wit that we have is matched by this game.
Yeah, and there are expansion packs.
Well, I was just looking at that. I'm like, so which one do you buy, Evan? There's a first,
no, you buy the game,
fifth,
yeah,
third
you buy the
expansion,
and after you've played the duodecillion possible rounds, then you start buying expansion packs.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh! Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is 0% of the proceeds. That's just wrong. But
yes,
I love it.
But so right,
man. I need to work in an office where they have a White Elephant party again.
There you
You
go.
can come to ours.
Yeah,
come on
just
down.
fly on up.
You gonna fly me out there?
It's next week.
You got plenty of time to get there, Mr. Runnerman.
Hey, you know what? I mean,
that-
you start now. You could get there. It's on the 16th, 12 o'clock.
All right. I'll see what I can do. All right. So I think that means I'm up next, right? And
yes, and please
I have to set you up here. Okay, so this is something I did mention last year, but there's also been a second revision along with some cool stuff added. So, but the book another book here, but this is a coffee table like book, and it is called Iconic. It's a photographic tribute to Apple innovation, and those of you who have listened to the show know I'm a big Apple fan, so
what?
I'm gonna throw that one out there. And
hey, you should follow Apples for Architects or Apple for Architects.
That's right.
yes, you should. And that's Anyway, so Jonathan Zuffi created this what he calls Shrine of Apple. That's actually the Twitter account, and he went out and actually took all the photographs himself, bought many of the actual machines that he features in the book, and just was a labor of love over several years. And this is just like the most fascinating book, tribute really to everything Apple and innovation wise.
It's like a museum in a book.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. And then he took it one level more. I mean, he created multiple editions of the book, and then that's really kind of what this year is a little different, is that there's a second revision, and what's so amazing is that Jonathan, everybody who bought the first edition of the book is actually getting the copy pages of the new one. So you're going to get that. You get that as an addendum.
How cool.
No charge. He just sent them out to everybody. I just received mine over the weekend. So I was just blown away at the generosity and just amazing, book. And so for the second book, so we'll have a link in the show notes to Amazon where you can buy the first edition. And then a link for his site where you can actually buy the second edition right now. And he's done a couple of really cool things. The first one is the ultimate edition of the book, and it has the power symbol for, like if you look at your computer, it has a power button, it has the little symbol. And in the ultimate edition of the book, it actually glows and pulsates a lot like the sleep light on an Apple computer. So, and then he's got a special edition, which is modeled after the old Apple II computer. So the book actually slides into this replica of what kind of basically looks like an Apple II. That's cool. I mean,
I think anybody who kind of grew up on Apple computers would just love this book, or iPods, or who's kind of been through a little bit of a history with Apple. It'd be a very cool gift.
Or hell, just the evolution of electronic design,
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 industrial design,
yeah.
And there's a special Easter egg that is related to Archispeak in there, in a very loose way. It's a very specific way for somebody in Archispeak, but you're going to have to get this book and look and find it yourself. We're not going to give it away here.
And if anybody tells us what it is, we'll mention your name on the show. And you won't have to contribute $5.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Oh, cool. I'm going to get my name mentioned on the show.
Present company excluded.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. All right. So
Not valid in all 50 states.
Exactly. All right. So Cormac, I set you up.
All right.
So now, since you've got the ultimate tribute to Apple with Iconic, the book,
This fantastic coffee table book, you got to set it down somewhere. So you need a coffee table, but not just any coffee table.
I want this.
I really want this too. Look, I've been looking around for a coffee table. We've been coffee table-less for, feels like decades, just because we really couldn't find the right coffee table. Well, this one, I think this one is the right coffee table. It is the cool, they repurposed the old flat files and made it into a coffee table, and it is just so nicely done. So not only can you have a coffee table, but hell, if you want to, you could store old drawings in it.
That's awesome.
Or you could have a nice place to display all of your really cool coffee table books, like Iconic.
So can you actually buy? Have they made a bunch of these, or what's the deal with these?
I don't know yet. I want to do a little bit more research on this one. Although I did recently we were just looking at an antique shop. My wife and I went into one, and saw this absolutely beautiful oak flat file, roughly about the same height as the one that we're going to have in the link. And I've been trying to convince her, because it's probably about the 24 by 36 sheet size.
Yeah,
a little bit bigger than that. But
this one's cool. It's got the glass top. So
I know.
Whatever you've got in the top drawer there is on display. Very cool.
Exactly. So I thought it was just really cool looking. And since you guys have run out of your list, and I have one more.
No, I have one more.
I'm gonna go ahead and just co-opt and steal it, because when you're sitting at your coffee table, or while you're by your coffee table, you actually need a place to sit down.
Yes, you're just moving right on, aren't you?
I'm going right into it.
That's right.
And
Cormac, you're not going to have money to put in your architect's wallet with all these expensive things.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you know what? I'll at least look good sitting there with my empty, dust-collecting architect's wallet.
That's right.
Which will be on display in the top drawer of my cool coffee table. But
so spill it.
I have been dreaming about it. And I was at a museum when we were in Detroit. I think I texted you guys a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. You got to put that picture in
the Ford Museum?
Yeah, I will. At the Henry Ford Museum, it's the Henry Ford Museum, before I get into this, is just this absolutely fantastic museum that's not just about cars. It's about, ways of living. It's about culture. It's about everything. I mean, it's got products in there. They had the, one of the original and one of the real original apples, the little wooden case ones.
Apple One.
The Apple ones. Yeah. Then they had, an original Mac and just all sorts of interesting displays. They've got the chair from when Lincoln was shot from the Ford Theater. They've got
right.
They got Kennedy's limousine, which was interesting that it was Kennedy's limousine that he was shot in. And I'm sorry I'm going off in this direction, but it was also used by every president up to Ford.
After the fact.
After the fact.
Crazy.
That's kind of creepy.
You'd think there's some bad juju with that thing.
Exactly. It's a little creepy, but, okay. I understand, tight
so
budget.
Get to the gift. Get to the gift.
Yeah, you haven't even mentioned it yet.
Every time I see one of these, I just wish that I could afford one. And a real one, not just a knockoff. But I've always wanted an Eames Lounger with ottoman, sitting next to my cool flat file coffee table with my feet up on it, reading my iconic book.
Smoking a pipe. So let me just give you a couple of words of advice here. Industry discount. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Look into it.
All right.
You would be surprised.
I have one problem with this. Design within reach. What do they mean by in reach? In reach of who exactly? This is a $5,000 chair and ottoman set. What architect is this in reach of?
I hate to say this, but there was I kick myself.
I'm pretty sure this is the chair that Frank Gehry was sitting in when he flipped the bird.
No, I think he was sitting in some really uncomfortable task chair, and that's probably why he flipped him off.
It was one of those stools we had in school, right? At the draft.
It's uncomfortable. Of course I'm going to be grumpy and ornery. But
my friends, was Cormac's impression of Frank Gehry.
I forgot my Canadian accent. Damn it. Let me do that over again. You suck, eh? But anyway.
We apologize to every Canadian who's listening to this podcast.
Yeah, seriously. But in Florida, when I was still living in Florida, we went to this really cool antique shop that was mid-century modern. And in the back, just came in, didn't really know what they had. It was in kind of rough shape. Not the wood part of it, but the leather part of it. And it was going to probably need to be redone. But it was a real, authentic, made back in the right era, Eames Lounger and ottoman. And they were selling it, and I just didn't have the money at the time, but they were selling it for $300.
Oh.
Whoa. And you
still think about that.
And I still think about that.
Yeah. Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Too bad.
Sigh.
Single tear.
Exactly.
Would you like someone to draw CAD details for you? Create BIM objects for you? Write specifications for you? Would you like someone to do it for free? Ding, ding, ding. Well, ARCAT has already done all of this for you. Search the ARCAT libraries for these products and more, free of charge, and no registration required to download content. ARCAT has created a website devoted to you, the building professional, to find product information fast and hassle-free. Check out Arcat today at Arcat, that is ARCAT, arcat.com. And the Archispeak podcast would like to thank Arcat for sponsoring the show. Whose turn is it?
It is yours.
All right, I'm bringing us back to Earth here. Let's go with... Okay, so, yeah, Cormac mentioned it earlier. We got the new iPhone 6, and something that I have picked up recently because of the new time-lapse features and some of the new photo stuff that's on the camera part of the phone
cool.
is the Shoulder Pod S1, which is basically it's either a hand grip or a tripod mount or both. And this thing is awesome for putting your phone onto a tripod. I'll also put a tripod, a little one, in the show notes that goes along with it. That's pretty cool. It's very portable. But if you're ever going to be shooting time lapse, or if you want to lock your phone down and get some really smooth video or really smooth time lapses out of it, pick this thing up. There's some other ones that I looked at that were quite a bit more money, and this thing is just so well built. I've used it a few times now, and it's awesome. So check this one out for sure. Totally worth it, I think. And it also comes with little hand straps, so you can, if you're in a precarious place, Niagara Falls or whatever, and you're holding, maybe you're out over the edge or something, you're not going to drop your phone, your expensive iPhone either. So it's kind of cool. You get a little wrist strap. You get a few different ways to use it, and I definitely recommend this one. Very cool.
Okay, one question for you. Since you say you have used this, how does it work? Or is it adjustable enough if you've got I've got an Apple leather case on mine. So
totally.
Will it fit? It's not a problem?
No, it's not a problem. You can use this with, I believe you can even use it with the iPhone 6 Plus.
Okay.
So it's really adjustable. The clamper part, my son uses it on his 5C. I use it on the 6. And various phones in our houses have different cases on them, so it's totally adjustable for different sizes.
Oh, perfect. This looks really cool.
It does work with the 6 Plus. It works with Samsungs. It doesn't, it's platform agnostic, so it's just a big clamp, but it's very cool because it has a little thread, so you can put it on. And like I said, I'll throw a little inexpensive but very cool portable tripod onto the show notes as well.
Yeah, this is really cool. I like the idea for trying to get video, where you don't want to drop the phone. I mean, these things, if you're just standing there trying to video something and somebody bumps you, you're likely to drop it. But at least this thing, I see it's got the wrist strap and everything. It's like, wow. I mean, even if you did drop it, it's just going to dangle off your wrist, and it's less likely to drop it.
Yeah.
So,
hence the crack in my screen.
Oh, bummer.
Someone bumped into me.
A little droppy drop.
Yes. So definitely check out the Shoulder Pod. This is cool. I like this. Cool. I may have to.
Does not cost $5,000.
No, in fact, it's like under $35.
Yes.
Hey,
totally doable.
I mean, we've all got our own tastes.
Indeed.
Yours are just unrealistic.
Not if we keep mentioning it enough, where
only for most people.
Those particular people give us one.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, well, maybe somebody has an old one out there that sitting in their garage. Our email address is on the website.
Email us, the Eames Lounge, please.
We need more friends of the show.
I think we did start talking about on our past show about the baby boomers, and they're about to retire. I mean, obviously they need to clean out some space in their office that they're about to
all have
pack
these,
up. They can go ahead and ship it off to me. I've still got a few good years left.
You got some space. You'll make space, right?
I will.
All right.
Very cool.
Give Cormac a chair to sit in while he records the podcast.
Well, I'm gonna. I think it's my turn now, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna give Cormac something to wear while he sits in his chair.
Do it.
Spacesuit?
No. This it's architectural related. This is
a polyester lounge.
No. These are T-shirts. So you'll and it's by a company called Archite. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Architee. And these are really cool shirts that have different buildings, different types of renderings that are printed on them, and all architectural related. And I don't know, I just
kind of case study-ish, I think.
Yeah. So this is actually by a gentleman named Carlos McCoy, who's a student actually in Auckland, New Zealand. So these are just, I don't know, I thought they were kind of really cool t-shirts. Kind of an interesting idea for a t-shirt for an architect.
Yeah, these are awesome. I would take any one of these here. So yeah, he's got like 6 different designs on the website. So if you go to architee.com, you can see they're just simple white shirts with a very cool kind of perspective, black and white drawings on them, and they're very architectural. Very cool.
Cormac, you'll look good in one.
I will. But
he's looking forward to the shirt that you're sending him. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the shirt while I'm sitting in my lounger with my feet up on my coffee table. Did I have a pipe too?
Reading the iconic book.
Reading the iconic with my pipe.
Yeah.
But since I don't smoke, it's going to be a bubble pipe.
Glass of bourbon.
There you go. A Mad Men style.
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm going to go with the Guinness.
All right, man.
That was the sound of disappointment.
Yes.
I'm not an alcohol drinker. I'm a beer drinker. Sorry, I'm a little blue collar for you two.
He prefers his gluten. Okay.
We got some more?
All right. Well, last year we featured a couple of gifts from 2 different kind of more craft based small businesses out in Arizona. One was a kind of a iPhone speaker amplifier.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
And that was from Karis Customs. And then, and I have one of these, a pen holder from, and I want to click on here because it's Mike Dudick from Dudick Modern Goods. He creates these absolutely beautiful solid wood pen holders, and they've actually teamed up together and they've made these really cool machined aluminum. Currently, right now, they're in a it's in Kickstarter form, but knowing these 2 guys and how prolific both Carrot Customs are and Dudick Modern Goods, it's going to be something. I mean, they've already surpassed their goal.
Yeah, tenfold.
Exactly, and it's definitely coming to market. But check it out. We're going to have a link on there. But since we've got all of these pens that we've told you to rush out and buy, you're going to need a place to put them. And I think it is definitely something that you should do is go check these out because they're so cool. And go back to last year's show and check out Mike Dudick's, and I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, but Dudick Modern Goods. He makes these. It's just basically a side job for him, and he just does these absolutely wonderful wood pen holders, sketchbook holders, and stuff like that, and they're just beautifully done, absolutely beautifully done. And in this, the one that he's paired up with Carrot Customs is even better because it's beautifully machined metal.
Yeah, I like that tumbled aluminum one. That looks cool.
Yeah,
very cool stuff.
Check out. If you go to the website that the link that we send on these, the Kickstarter, and you look at the pens that they've got in the pen holder, those are actually pens that are handcrafted from Karis Customs, and this is a hot rod shop that's making beautiful pens and pen holders and stuff like that. So you should check those out too.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. All right, I'll do a last one here for me. I think think I'm going to go with the Lamy Safari gift set. So I think I talked about the Lamy Safari last year, but this is a pen that you can throw in that machined aluminum pen holder there. And this is, for anybody who's interested in getting started with a fountain pen, this is a great fountain pen to start out with. And, I mean, it can be the only fountain pen you ever buy if you want, because it's really good quality for a very affordable price. And I recommend this starter, they call it a gift set, just because it's got the refillable cartridge in it as well, and it comes with a bottle of ink. So when I bought mine, I think I got the fine tip, which is, I think that's a good one. What's nice about the fine tip is you can flip the pen over, and just by using the opposite side of the tip, the top of the tip there, you can actually get a really fine line weight out of it. Yes. So it's kind of a dual purpose. And once you learn how to use these, they're just really fun, and they just leave a nice trail of ink behind them. So they're great for sketching in a moleskin or on trace with. And I don't know, what do you have one, Cormac?
I've got actually have.
How many do you have? Let me put it that way.
5.
Is that all?
Yeah, actually, I'm a huge fountain pen collector. I've got a whole boatload of antique pens, newer pens, but Lamy Safaris are the daily carry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and of all of the different pens that I've used, I mean, you know, if you talk to any fountain pen collector or, you know, retailer, they'll tell you that is an absolute no-no to turn the pen over and write with the opposite nib.
Except for those of us who actually draw. Because
it damages it. However, the Lamy is actually durable enough that it's actually been designed to do that, to be able to be turned over one way or the other. If you look at it as a completely different type of fountain pen nib than some of the standard ones, like a lot of my antique ones have more of like a curved nib.
Right.
And this one basically looks, I mean, it's kind of a rounded nib with, you know, Evan's absolutely right. You know, it's just exactly, you know, one of the best drawing pens. I mean, half of my half of the notepad. We've forgotten the sketches that I did. The year-long sketches I was doing, half of those were done with Lamys.
Yeah, they're cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the refillable cartridge is cool because, I mean, something that I like, I actually bought some Noodler's ink to go with it that I really like. But the thing about it is it kind of adds a bit of ritual to the whole pen thing, which I think that's a really fun aspect of it. So it makes it, you're filling it up, you know, once a week or whatever, and I mean, it makes it really fun and interactive, and you learn how to take care of the pen, you learn how to clean it, and it becomes a real tool in that regard. And I think that, you know, you kind of learn how to respect this tool, and it's very cool. So I can't recommend this one enough. The kit's a great way to get started with fountain pen, so check it out.
We done with our lists?
I can throw one last one.
Do it.
That I just thought of. So it's just kind of it's sort of fun. It ties into a little bit to the Lego one that you had mentioned earlier, but and this kind of follows along with the holiday theme here. So Lego has a really cool advent calendar. And so it is a traditional advent calendar, and every day you open up another part of the calendar and you get a Lego piece. Different minifigures, different little bricks that make up different things, and it's just kind of a neat little thing. My kids have been getting advent calendars for a number of years from some relatives, and they have a lot of fun opening it up each day, and so I thought this would be something definitely I'll have to look into getting for him next year. And then as I'm searching around here, I noticed that they also have a Lego Friends advent calendar as well. So I think maybe my son and daughter each are going to have little fun little gifts maybe next year.
That's cool.
In early December. So,
Yeah.
So that's kind of a final one from me. But I would also remind everybody, sign up for these show notes, because you're gonna want all this stuff, and you're not gonna want to go looking for all of it. We're gonna have it all for you.
That's right. It is the gift guide that keeps on giving. So this is something you can file away and use again next year, because I doubt anyone's buying everything on here. So.
Yeah, and remember, you can email me any of them.
That's right.
Especially that Eames chair.
Well, we should probably also thank our sponsors too. Evan, who were those this time?
I will tell you who one of them is. Somebody who's bailed me out plenty of times with when I'm in a crunch looking for specs or details or something like that, and that's Arcat. When I discovered them quite a while ago, I mean, honestly, they are my go-to anytime somebody says, hey, do you have a spec for this? I'm like, well, no, but go to this place. And, arcat.com, that's the place to go.
Nice.
Seriously, check them out, because they can tend to definitely be a lifesaver.
That's right. Our other sponsor was Wall Protects. And Wall Protects, thanks again, Wall Protects. This is the third one in a row?
Fourth.
So. Fourth in a row?
Fourth in a row.
Wall Protects.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. All right, guys. Well, happy holidays to everyone out there, and we hope you enjoyed this show. And if you've got other ideas or gifts for architects in your lives that you would either like or like to suggest, please leave it in the comments for this show. I'm sure everybody has got something that we haven't mentioned that they'd like to contribute.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So either hit us up on the website at archispeakpodcast.com/episodes/49, or hit us up on Twitter or on Facebook with your gift ideas. I'm sure everybody who follows along would love to get even more ideas.
Absolutely. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch you next time for big episode number 50.
That's right. Wow. Already?
Jeez.
It's amazing.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
This is what you get. This is a schedule. This is a set.